We're here on MSN.com, which is not one of my usual hangouts, but I followed a link here to this article. This article is, in major Supreme Court case, Justice Department sides with baker who refused to make wedding cake for a gay couple, by the Washington Post, Robert Barnes. In a major upcoming Supreme Court case that weighs equal rights with religious liberty, the Trump administration on Thursday sided with the Colorado baker who refused to bake a wedding cake for a same-sex couple. The DoJ on Thursday filed a brief on behalf of baker Jack Phillips, who was found to have violated the Colorado Anti-Defamation Act by refusing to create a cake to celebrate the marriage of Charlie Craig and David Mullins in 2012. Phillips said he doesn't create wedding cakes for same-sex couples because it would violate his religious beliefs. The government agreed with Phillips that his cakes are a form of expression and he cannot be compelled to use his talents for something in which he does not believe. Forcing Phillips to create expression for and participate in a ceremony that violates his sincerely held religious beliefs invades his First Amendment rights, Acting Solicitor General Jeffrey B. Wall wrote in the brief. Now remember, we're on MSN.com. The DOJ's decision to support Phillips is the latest in a series of steps the Trump administration has taken to rescind Obama administration positions favorable to gay rights and to advance new policies on the issue. Louise Melling, the deputy legal counsel for, wait for it, the American Civil Liberties Union, which is representing the couple, said she was taken aback by the filing. Even in an administration that has already made its hostility towards the gay community clear, Melling said, I find this nothing short of shocking. Since taking office, President Trump has moved to block transgender Americans from serving in the military, and his Department of Education has done away with guidance to schools on how they should accommodate transgender students. What this disingenuous article isn't telling you here is they're not coming out and saying the Department of Education has decided that transgenders don't get to use whatever bathroom they feel like using, and no schools are going to have to build a third bathroom to accommodate everybody else. How shocking is that? The DOJ also has taken the stance that gay workers are not entitled to job protections under federal anti-discrimination laws. This is a lie. This is a blatant lie. Gay workers are entitled to the same protections under federal anti-discrimination laws as everyone else. Their gender identity or nothing has anything to do with it. Since 2015, the Equal Employment and Opportunity Commission has taken the opposite stance, saying that Title VII, the civil rights statute that covers workers, protects against biases based on sexual orientation. Unless you're a sex worker, your sexual orientation shouldn't have a darn thing to do with your job. You're there to do your job. So this is really a red herring. It really doesn't make any sense. What they're mad about here is that the Trump administration is not for giving gay people extra rights over and above what everybody else gets. They're just going to have to be happy with having the same rights as the rest of us poor slobs. Sorry, no special people here. Federal courts are split on that issue, and the Supreme Court this term might take up the issue. Indeed, lawyers for Jamaica Evans, who claims she was fired by a regional hospital because of her sexual orientation and nonconformity with gender norms of appearance and demeanor, on Thursday asked justices to take her case. It goes on to say in this article down here that Mullins and Craig visited Masterpiece Cakeshop in July 2012 to order their cake. Mullins and Craig planned to marry in Massachusetts, where same-sex marriages were legal at the time, and then hold a reception in Colorado. So what they're basically dancing around there is the fact that same-sex marriage wasn't even legal in Colorado at that point. So they were trying to skirt the law and get married in one state and come back and have their cake and eat it too. So Phillips refused to discuss the issue, saying his religious beliefs would not allow him to have anything to do with same-sex marriage. He said other bakeries would accommodate them. I agree. If somebody doesn't want to bake you a cake or sell you a pair of shoes or whatever the case may be, you don't get mad. You take your wallet, close it, put it back in your pocket, and go down the street and to the next person and spend your money there. That's commerce. That's trade. That's capitalism. That's the way it's done. So I just thought you might be interested in this little article. It's kind of a follow-up to the bakery case that we've all been familiar with over time. So it looks like with a not so far out there left Supreme Court, the rights of religious people have with their religion may actually, be restored at some point in the near future. So let's look forward to that. You guys have a nice day.